All right, quick question, you guys. Is antibacterial soap actually better? Or have we all just been emotionally manipulated by the word antibacterial? Because apparently regular soap has been out here doing the same damn job this whole time, and nobody talks about it. So today, I'm putting both of them under the scope, literally, to see how they can break down oil, what they leave behind, and if there's actually a real difference. Because if I've been overpaying for soap this whole time, I'd like to know. I'm starting with regular bar soap. This is Irish Spring, and mixing it into distilled water to make a light soap solution. Everything here has already been rinsed with distilled water, and the containers were cleaned beforehand to keep things consistent. I'm keeping the mixture pretty light, just enough to see how it actually behaves under the scope. Everyone says antibacterial soap is stronger than regular soap, so I wanted to see what actually happens under a scope. I'm testing how they break down oil, what they leave behind. I'm also making a second soap solution using antibacterial soap, this time with dial mixed into distilled water. Just like before, everything here was already rinsed with distilled water, and the containers were cleaned beforehand to keep the setup as consistent as possible. All right, you guys, let's head over to the scope, and I'll meet you over there. All right, you guys, so this is just distilled water with a tiny bit of blue food coloring. So yeah, I added one drop or a tiny drop of blue food coloring on the distilled water. So as you can see, so the blue is the distilled water with coloring, and the rest of it, that's canola oil, a small drop of canola oil. And yeah, they are clearly not getting along. As you can see, the oil is just sitting there in these separate blobs, not mixing at all. That's because oil and water don't combine. They basically ignore each other completely. The food coloring just makes it easier to see what's going on, so the oil stands out against the water. Right now, nothing exciting is really happening. I'm moving around pretty quick on the slide. I'm at 40x magnification on my objective, so this just gives you a clear example or a visual of what's going on the side. Okay, now I'm adding a drop of the regular non-antibacterial soap right at the edge of the cover slip. So watch this. You see that, you guys? You can literally see the Irish Spring solution pushing in like a wave, almost like a tiny tsunami moving across the slide. As it spreads underneath, it starts interacting with the oil almost immediately, and those larger oil blobs begin breaking apart into smaller droplets. And you can see everything starting to move and disperse. This is the soap doing its job, breaking the oil up so it can mix more easily with the water. Okay, so now I'm switching over to the antibacterial soap. This is Dial, and I'm doing it the same way, right at the edge of the cover slip. And there it is again, you guys. Look at the wave coming in. It's crazy. It pushes straight across like a tsunami right into the oil. And as soon as it hits, you can see the oil start breaking apart again. Actually, it looks like it's happening a little bit faster this time. Those bigger blobs, they don't last very long. They start splitting into smaller and smaller droplets almost immediately. What's happening here is actually pretty cool. Soap molecules have one side that likes water and the other that likes oil. So when the soap moves in, it basically grabs onto the oil and starts pulling it apart into little tiny pieces. That's why everything suddenly goes from just sitting there to spreading out and moving all over the place. Look at this thing. It's like moving in pretty quick. As you can see, it's pushing some of the debris. It's like it's moving east to west, man. Let me try to focus here a little bit. Yeah, it's moving fast. I think it's pretty amazing to watch stuff like this. Obviously, you don't see this in our naked eye, but this is the part that really fascinates me. And it's like watching a flood on TV. You know, when they see those news reels of flash floods pushing homes. That's crazy. So yeah, it looks like this dial is dialing it in, you guys. No pun intended, but yeah, look at this. Looks like a log right there, and just like flash floods. Yeah, watch. It's pushing this thing. Filament, piece of plastic, but pretty cool. Let's follow this guy headed east. It looks like a lot of traffic. Oh, what's this? Okay, let's see what this is going to happen here. It looks like a little filament. I'm going to wait for it to catch up to this guy. I think that's a piece of filament plastic too. Look at that. Just unrolled it. That's pretty cool. So let me push this up to 400x. There you go. Hold on. There we go. There it is. So yeah, even at 400x, visualize this, but you can still see massive movement at this scale. It's kind of hard to move around the slide and my stage because at this magnification, one little touch of the dial and it moves. It seems like it's a mile, but So anyways, yeah, look at all those little critters. Not critters, but it's particulates. Could be pieces of plastic. Could be, let's see, that's a bubble. Anyways, guys, I will see you out in the real world. Both the regular soap and the antibacterial soap broke down the oil really well. And visually, the difference isn't nearly as dramatic as I expected. The antibacterial soap might move a little faster, but at the end of the day, they're both getting the job done. Good for them. So yeah, it turns out regular soap has been quietly doing its job this whole damn time, you guys. And that's kudos and props to that. But while antibacterial soap, it gets all the credit. That's not right. And just to be clear, this isn't a lab test of bacteria. You guys, this is just a visual look at what's actually happening under the microscope. Still, it's pretty interesting to see what's going on at this level. Oh, I almost forgot. Check this out. And don't forget to subscribe.